Thanks for joining us at 5900 Wilshire, the name of this show and the home of 100.3 The Sound, Southern California's classic rock. We spend a few minutes getting to know people who are doing great things in the community, and today joining us is Lisa Manheim, one of the founders of the Hirshberg Foundation. The mission is research and supporting people, individuals, and families who are affected by pancreatic cancer. This foundation was brought forth out of love, along with your mom, Aggie. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Basically, my stepfather, Ron Hirshberg, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer back in 1997. He passed away 8 months later, and after his death, my mom wanted to make a donation to a pancreatic cancer program, and she went to UCLA where he was treated and said, "Can I make a donation to the program?" They said, "We don't have a program." She looked elsewhere. Basically, nothing existed. So she essentially started one then and there.
And thank goodness she did, because this is one of those diseases that needs as much attention as it can get. And you guys have been really successful at bringing the focus to pancreatic cancer, because years ago we didn't hear much about it. And now with the help of your foundation, we're really starting to hear more, understand more what the disease is about, because the detection early is not as prevalent.
There are no early detection methods. So,
as you know, that's one of the problems, is the early detection. And I know you guys put a lot of money into research.
That's exactly right. Obviously, we want to fund research that's going to lead to early detection to find a cure, and also doing work to help patients and their families. So we've got twofold focus at our foundation. When somebody is faced with a pancreatic cancer diagnosis, there are many, many questions, obviously, that go through one's head. People most likely go onto the internet and they see those facts, and those facts are frightening. Pancreatic cancer has a greater than 99% fatality rate. Most patients don't live more than 6 months after diagnosis. I mean, all of those statistics are really harrowing. What we hope to do is to have them call or have them go onto our website, look at us as a resource, and be able to talk to somebody and find out about how to get a second opinion. How do I digest those facts? Or do all those facts apply to me? Because even though those are the facts, there are many, many exceptions to the rule. There are survivors who've been living with the disease for 5 years, 10 years, and more. We're able to put survivors together with new patients to provide that person who's been through it, who can talk to you. In addition, the woman who runs our patients program is named Allison Miller, and she herself lost her father to pancreatic cancer, went through it, then went to work at an oncologist's office, so got all of that experience, knows what it's like to be in the doctor's office and be faced with patients, and then she came to work for us about 7 or 8 years ago. And so we have the ability to provide that human touch to help you navigate and understand what to do next.
This is kind of a place where now you can feel comfortable talking about this and getting to know more about it. And how are we looking in California as far as people that are diagnosed?
I don't have state statistics. We know national statistics. It's greater than 44,000 people are diagnosed a year with pancreatic cancer, and somewhere around 40,000 pass away. The number has grown since we started back in the late 90s. That statistic was 25,000 diagnosed. So certainly the number of diagnoses has gone up significantly. In fact, as it goes right now, pancreatic cancer is set to be the second largest cancer killer by the year 2030, which just, again, goes to show the need for research and the need for us to continue doing what we're doing to help that not become true.
Right. And that's why the lab, the research that you do, it's at UCLA. You have a research lab there. That's so critical.
Thank you. Yes. We've got a lab at UCLA, 3 labs actually, that are doing different types of research. And in addition to the work that is being done there, we also have a very important program called our SEED grant program. This started about 10 years ago, where we accepted grants from young researchers who had new ideas but didn't have the funding in order to conduct this research. So if I can back up and say, the way it works is if you're a new researcher and you want to get a lot of government funding to fund your research, you're not going to get it until you've had the opportunity to do that research and get published. So what we're doing is providing that initial funding for those new ideas to get published, get the data that they need so that they can then in turn go to the NIH and get the millions of dollars of funding. Well, we've recently had just a slew of successes where our seed grant recipients their research has come to a fruition to a point where they are now receiving grants from the government. We're up to over $45 million in NIH funding to our seed grant recipients.
That's a huge amount of money.
That's a big
help.
success.
Yes.
That's a big success. And we're just now at that point of the year where the current seed grant recipients all come in. We had a record-breaking 62 applications received from across the country and from even 4 international universities coming to our foundation asking us for these grants of up to $50,000 in order to conduct their work. It just shows you how much need there is out there for all of these great young ideas. And if we aren't able to fund these young ideas, these new novel approaches, we're not going to get where we need to go in order to cure this disease. That's why, in addition to the research that we have ongoing at UCLA, why this seed grant program is so important. And that's, again, one of the things that we fund and that we really feel very passionate about.
Among all of those different organizations or people coming to you for the grant, 62, you said?
Correct.
Are you able to, do you work with all of them or how does that process work?
That's a great question because essentially what happens first is that the 62 applications go to our scientific advisory board. 3 members of our board will give them scores based on what their expertise is, and then they will sit together with the highest scored grants and determine which ones we could fund. Our budget typically allows for us to fund 10 $50,000 grants. Well, we have the largest applicant pool we've ever had, 62 grants. That means, it's a very small percentage of those projects that are going to get funded. So what we are trying to do is raise more money.
Right.
The more money we raise, it's really simple. The more money we raise, the more we're going to put towards seed grants and the more of these projects that we'll be able to fund. And we've really been able to prove now after 10 years that it works. This is helping us advance research, and we're really excited about it. We have a symposium every year where the seed grant winners from the previous year or 2 years come, they talk about the research, they present it to each other. All of a sudden, you've got doctors in the same room with patients, with researchers from different universities, and they begin collaborating, they're sharing ideas. We also sponsor a portion of the American Pancreatic Association conference, and it's through those interactions where everybody can come together that the collaboration begins to unfold, and you're really able to pool all this incredible talent together and share ideas.
That is great to know that that's happening every day. The LA Cancer Challenge, that is one of the ways that you are able to fund all of this research. $5 million, I think it is, has come out of the LA Cancer Challenge.
Yes.
And we've got the LA Cancer Challenge coming up again.
You've got it. This is our 17th year. In the 16 years that the LA Cancer Challenge has been held, we have raised over $5 million collectively. So it was very exciting to break that plateau last year. Our goal is to raise $750,000 this year at our event, which is on October 26th, Sunday morning at the VA grounds in West Los Angeles. And the LA Cancer Challenge is a 5K, 10K walk or run, and it also has a Kids Can Cure fun run. We like to say it's a family-friendly, Halloween-themed fitness event.
Exactly. And you can come in costume if you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
People love to run in costume.
Yeah, that's a challenge. But I've seen the pictures of people running in really creative costumes, and this always happens the Sunday before Halloween. So
Correct.
It's kind of a Halloween celebration. And then also November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. So it comes just before that.
Exactly.
It's like perfect timing.
It's our big kickoff.
Yeah. So this is going to be a really fun day. And it's at your own pace, however you want to do it. If you want to
walk.
Yeah. If you want to walk or if you want to get assertive about it and train beforehand, you can. The idea is that it's grown into a big event. Just bring the family. It's fun to come that day and even get a team from work or a team of friends and
exactly
compete
That's
that
exactly
way.
Right. We have usually have over 200 teams. We'll have about 4,000 participants. Most people are, but not all, are on a team. And the teams are usually formed either by somebody at a company or a business, or most often by someone who's lost a loved one or who is creating a team in honor or in memory of a loved one. And that way they're able to gather their friends and family and come together on that day. They'll often be carrying signs or wearing a t-shirt or something with that person's photo and be able to walk together. Some people on the team might run, some people might walk, but everybody in the end is there for one reason, and that's to create awareness and raise funds for the work that we're doing.
You can do it in memory of someone or do it to walk to honor someone. So again, this is coming up on October 26th. It is at the Veterans Administration Grounds in West Los Angeles. You can register right now online at your website, which is
LACcancerchallenge.com.
Perfect. And then you have all of your social media sites there as well. So
yes, we've got Facebook and all that good stuff. But the website is where you get all the information. It's $35 to register for the 5K or the 10K. If you want to run both races, which, believe it or not, many people are training for half marathons. They love that idea of getting to run both. You can run both races for only $5 more. Kids are $20. Everybody gets a great gift bag that's got all sorts of good stuff in it. And you get a custom finisher's medal at the finish line. We also have our Health and Fitness Expo, which we call the Fit Family Expo, with all sorts of exhibitors, a big main stage. Every year we have a different entertainment for both adults and kids. We have the kids' Halloween costume parade, an adult costume contest. Many great vendors are sponsors, and exhibitors will be out there sampling their products.
This is something you want to set aside the morning for and plan to be there because it sounds like there is a lot going on. And what time does it start?
Lots to do. The 5K starts at 9 o'clock, but the 10K starts at 7:30 in the morning. So pretty much, we're done by noon. So it's a great way to start off your Sunday, to get ready for Halloween, get that good exercise in before you eat all that Halloween candy.
That's right. This is a good strategic move for you before Halloween gets there.
Yes.
So it's the 5K and then the 10K.
While you're on the course, we provide entertainment too, water stations, and we have a band and DJs. And when you are at the LA Cancer Challenge, you know why we're there. Our event has heart, it has feeling, and you will be there. And while you're wearing your costume or not and celebrating the fun of Halloween, you're also reminded that we're all there with a common cause, and that's really to wipe out this most tragic of diseases.
Yeah, it's the ongoing battle against it. And thank you for being there on the front lines and really leading the charge. And it is the Hirshberg Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research, and then all of the other support services that you provide for families and individuals. And you can get more online also at
our website is pancreatic.org.
Thank you so much, Lisa Manheim, one of the founders of this amazing organization. Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, at 5900 Wilshire, the name of this show, and the home of 100.3 The Sound, Southern California's classic rock.